Patrons!
Now it's patrons.
Patrons, how are we doing? We good?
All right. Okay, I'll listen to them.
You listen to them?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
you okay?
I'm all good. I'm all good, man.
Oh, it's a shame.
I'm all good. I have 1 week left of school.
We're going to say 1 week left to live.
Yeah, 1 week left to live.
1 week left.
It's final countdown.
Working.
1 week left of working.
And you're free.
And it's not really working.
So what is it now? What are you doing?
Ball girling.
Pissing about?
Ball girling. So I'm not actually ball girling. I'm down at the tennis
What are you
tournament.
doing to girls?
Yep.
What?
Easy. I'm down at... So Eastbourne has the big... it used to be all women's tennis tournament. Happen every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the big one leading up to Wimbledon, the pre-Wimbledon tournament. It's now a mixed tournament. And yeah, that happens in Eastbourne. And the school I work at, provide the ball girls. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, my job literally is to sit on centre court, coffee, and watch the tennis. And then write little notes or make sure the ball girls, because they get certificates at the end.
God.
Make sure none of them are being idiots. I don't give a shit what they do. I'm not going to be watching them. I'm going to be watching the tennis.
I wish you had a real job.
That's my job, man, is it?
It's not a real job, is it?
It is. Like, yeah. I saw Vince
And then you're going to be off for how long?
I got a tennis ball today signed by Johanna Konta.
It's cool, isn't it?
I was like, you're right, Johanna.
Today I got annoyed by someone I work with.
Steve.
For 4 hours. No, new girl who works with us.
Dick.
She's fucking annoying. She's so annoying. I just find her incredibly annoying because she just inserts herself into every conversation, and it's always about her.
She's one of the people that's always done something better.
No.
We have one of those at school.
No.
You do something, and I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of a time when, was it, you say you jumped out of a plane? I jumped out of 2 planes.
No, it's like, did you enjoy that episode of Star Trek last night? And she'll be like, I'm talking to someone else, and she'll come in out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get my diet back on track. I'm sorry. I didn't fucking ask.
Next time she says that, look at her and go, it's not working very well, is it?
Oh mate, she always wants sympathy and like attention. It does my fucking head in. We were talking about makeup yesterday, all three of us, because we were trying to involve her so that it didn't feel as annoying. Me and James talking, and then she chimed in, we're like, oh, but I really need makeup. I need it because I look crap without it.
Did you? Yeah, you probably do.
I said, don't do that. Don't do that.
What, makeup?
No, don't beg for compliments.
Did you say that to her?
Yeah, I said don't do that because it's annoying. It's just annoying, isn't it? All day she's been trying to get attention off us. She
wants you, mate.
She wants everyone. She comes in with like cleavage, like shirts cut down to here, and like shorts up to here, or like really tight leggings and stuff. So she's all about getting attention and stuff. I'm not saying everyone who dresses like that is, but she definitely is.
She wants it.
Yeah, but we aren't giving it to her. Neither's James, because we're just like,
no thanks.
So fuck off. We're trying to talk about TV and video games.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Yeah, big boy stuff.
Big boy stuff, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find her so annoying. I prefer Steve.
Really?
I'd rather talk to Steve because Steve's funny.
You can laugh at him.
Yeah,
being
you
an
talk
idiot.
to Steve to say stupid, and you're like, fucking hell, Steve, come on. When she talks, it's like, fuck off. I don't care. Don't care about your fucking life, mate. I didn't ask.
She needs to be more Steve.
Yeah, man, Steve's pretty good.
Steve's pretty good.
Yeah.
After all these years, you're now realising Steve.
Yeah, I'm starting to realise
really
Steve's pretty good, isn't he? Man.
Fair dues. Fair dues.
Yeah.
You had a good week?
No, because she's just been the worst. she's really put a downer on my whole week. Because she's like working right behind me.
I love how you let people do that. Like, I think as soon as I leave work, you never fuck about half people I work with.
Well, the thing is, I don't give a fuck about her at work, but the fact that I have to be polite to her all day. She's like working right behind me at the moment. Yeah. And she's constantly trying to talk to me, and she's really quiet as well, so I can never fucking know what she's saying. So like you're working or talking to someone else, and she'll just be like, and you'll be like, what? Huh? What? She'll be like, oh, I went to the gym last night. I don't care. it's so annoying.
You are like one of the worst people to try and do that to.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like if someone's I'm quite a chatty person anyway, so I'd probably be like,
yeah.
oh cool,
You're good at talking about stuff.
I would just chat away to them.
Oh, mate.
Dan, can you imagine Dan?
Dan would not be fucking having it. He would not have
Dan
it.
would be nicked now for murder.
Can I just read some text out between me and James? I'm so glad this is Patreon because obviously no one will ever see it. So she was talking about some crap. She had some really immature opinions on stuff, and she talked to me and James about it. I want to get a text from James going, "She's an idiot," and I was like, "Yeah, fucking moron, mate." And then there's she keeps hurting herself. She always hurts herself constantly, and it's like not really hurting herself. It's just like, "Oh, my finger! Look at me, please." And she did it today again, and I was like, "What a fucking surprise!" Just hurt herself. Let's all give her loads of sympathy. James goes, "Lol, yeah, just gonna ignore as much as I can today," saying I'm trying, but it's hard as fuck when she's right there. Then he had to stay behind today, and so did she. And I got a text from him at 2:24. Megan's still here, for fuck's sake. Some drama on the phone, talking so loud so that I can hear. Can she fuck off already? Oh, that's good stuff.
Are you gonna go check out Endgame in the cinema again?
I don't know.
New post-credit scenes?
Is it post-credit scenes? I know it was new footage. Is that all it is? Post-credit scenes?
Post-credit scenes.
Oh, okay.
You just find them on YouTube.
Yeah, but I was sort of hoping it'd be like an extended edition.
As far as I know, it's not. I just read the headline. New post-credit scenes.
Oh, the only headlines I've seen have said additional footage.
It's clickbait, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can be bothered to go see it again in the cinema. I'll just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I've already seen it like 4 times in the cinema.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice.
The last time I really did feel.
You see my tweet yesterday, though, mate? Big birthday yesterday. Big birthday.
I use Twitter.
Big birthday yesterday, and I celebrated the only way you can.
Who's that?
One of the best films ever to release was 43 years old yesterday.
What film is that? I don't know.
Jaws.
Jaws, really?
43 years old. 43
Wow.
years to the day it aired in cinemas.
Wow.
I wasn't there for that. I wish I was.
You were alive, though. Yeah, you were. You were like 15, weren't you?
So last night, I had Sarah watching Jaws. She's like, she hates Jaws. She finds it scary still.
Must have hates it because it's scary.
Yeah, she still finds it scary.
It's pretty scary.
And then I had we went. Oh, she shouldn't have asked the question. Like I almost put her to sleep when she was like,
do that, yeah.
she was like, but do you know what I've always thought about Jaws? She goes, for a film, because she was like 43 years old. Wow. She goes, why does Jaws look better than some other films that are newer? And that was it. That was it. I was like, well, Sarah, let me tell you now. There's a thing called practical effects,
Yeah.
and there's a thing called CGI.
Yeah.
And then I went on a whole spiel, and I showed her trailers of Jaws, and I showed her trailers of Deep Blue Sea. And I was like, see, Deep Blue Sea doesn't look very good now, because the way technology's evolved on, and CGI just doesn't look as good. You can tell from the lighting, you can tell from all this, and she was like, I just wanted to know. Like, I honestly was talking about 15 minutes.
I think she just wanted you to be like, yeah, it's crazy.
And but then I was on to like Aliens, exact same reason. I was like, Alien 3 is often seen as not a great film, especially the CGI.
It's a trash film.
I was like, because it's CGI. Aliens isn't. It's people in
Is it Alien
costumes.
3 CGI? Or is it poor stop motion and stuff?
Have you not seen the scene on the ceiling?
Oh, I've seen the
Yeah,
film
that
several times.
is. I think it is a case of what they've done with Covenant, where it's practical, but there is
I don't
CGI
like
elements to over exaggerate.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the final scene when it's the xenomorph on the ship,
Oh yeah.
and it's like running at him.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy who's in the suit?
No.
He's terrifying.
Really?
He's like 7'2", super skinny.
Oh, like the original
And
guy.
so yeah, but
Yeah.
when they were doing rehearsals, he was like running at them, and they were like, it was scary, but in the suit, 'cause you had this guy like,
See, that helps though, for the actors because they get more genuine reactions.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's Free done that. I think it was a suit, but then they sped up stuff, or they made it overemphasize the CGI. It just didn't do a very good job. Well, they didn't do a good job because at the time, it was fine.
Was it?
I remember watching the film as a kid, and I was very critical of being like bad CGI
As a kid?
Because as a kid, I was like 12, 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But I was like, ooh, that looks horrible. But I remember watching this and being like, oh, this is really cool. It's a dog.
I don't think I ever liked that one.
But
What do you think of 3 in general?
I think 3 is absolutely fine.
Really?
I don't think it's terrible.
I think it is terrible.
I think it's absolutely. Granted, I've not seen it for about 2 or 3 years.
Give it a watch, mate. It is.
But I remember watching it again.
It's so boring.
Do you know,
and it's so brown.
It is very brown.
It's like.
And I do find the colony, the people who live in the
prison,
colony,
yeah,
the
prison, but it's also like a monk place.
They're so two-dimensional in terms of their characters.
Fucking shit, mate.
Like,
there's not a good.
The reason Aliens is so good is like every character has
colourful characters in
there.
Yeah,
they have about
Vasquez. She's excellent.
I mean, you could
ask.
Was you making the argument that like that's where Aliens is better than Alien because you said that Alien has very underdeveloped characters? Some of them.
I don't think I said that.
I'm sure you said the first one has some characters that just feel there for the sake of being there.
I might have said that. Maybe I was drunk.
I think that's why you said Aliens is better in your mind because the characterization in.
This sounds like something I would say, but again, maybe
Aliens.
Was this last time?
Yeah.
Was this towards the end?
Yeah.
That was
pretty. And Aliens is about 30 minutes longer than Alien.
Aliens is a fucking long film.
Yeah, Alien is quite short. It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Punchy. That scene with the cat in the room with all the chains in Alien.
Oh, so good, so good. And that shot where it looks up and you can just see the alien. But but at that point, you don't know what it looks like.
No.
If you've never seen the film.
Yeah.
You don't know what it looks like, so you don't even notice it.
Yeah.
But then when you recognise it, it's like, oh, it's right there.
So good.
Fucking cool film.
Yeah. I remember I watched a documentary about Ridley Scott's set design.
Right.
And how pernickety he was about the set design.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's just bonkers. Just like the...
To be fair, the sets in that first film are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They still look fantastic.
Yeah, and they do. They look... I remember watching it. I've got the ultra special... Well, not the ultra special, because the ultra special one comes in the alien head. I've got
the quadrilogy thing.
Yeah, I've got the one before that, the quadrilogy 4K one. And I watched Alien in 4K.
I bet it looks phenomenal.
And I was like, it will look okay, but what I find at older films in 4K, it highlights some of the bad
the bad
effects.
Elements. Yeah, definitely.
Not at all. Like this is because it's all practical. It's so good.
Developed world that he's made because the film opens with shots of the sets.
Yeah.
And it looks like a real place. Yeah. Like it looks so good.
The same with
what?
Sequel released last year. We went to go see it in the cinema.
Sequel released last year.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford was it? Last year.
Sequel released last year, maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago, it was
Cyberpunk.
Blade Runner 20.
Blade Runner. Same as Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner. If you watch that in 4K,
is that the same?
Looks incredible.
That's really Scott again.
Because everything is practical.
Yeah.
And that film was meant to be a flop.
Well, it was a bit of a flop, wasn't it?
Well, it's not now. It's one of those
cult
ones.
It's a cult
classic
now.
But at the time, it was a flop. But like the whole the making of that, I watched it because the reason I like buying DVDs in 4K is you get the making of and all of the extra parts.
I love extra stuff. Yeah.
And the making of that was the whole Citadel city had like they had no money for the filming, so the main replicant building place is the spaceship from Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind upside down. Third kind.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Oh. Okay.
And there's things like that. There's lots of reused assets that
Yeah.
they've just painted over and flipped upside down.
Oh, that's cool.
And they showed there's these little toy cars on sticks going like flying across, and that's how they do all the effects for it.
Yeah.
And it looks so good.
Some of these films still look amazing.
It's tears in the rain, isn't it?
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever seen Blade Runner?
No, I told you this.
You have told me this.
Yeah.
Blade Runner's brilliant.
You see, this is the thing. Remember, I was going to watch it before 2049 came out. And
what did you think of 2049?
4 versions. I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen 2049? I thought we went to cinema together.
No. You didn't go
I went with Dan.
You went with Dan. I was going to go see it with you guys, I think, but then I was like, I want to watch the first one first.
Yeah.
And then there was 4 different versions available to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what one's the one that I watch? And I was trying looking on forums and stuff, and then I never got around to doing it.
So they've done the classic original one.
Yeah.
Then they've done director's cut.
Yes.
Then they've done the final cut.
Right.
I prefer director's cut. Final cut tells too much.
Yeah.
There's some ambiguity around it. That's
I know
quite
the
nice.
ending's quite ambiguous, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's one cut that basically just tells you.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing about the ending is I don't want to say.
It's Harrison Ford or Replicant or what?
Basically, you know, then that's the whole thing.
It's all got spoiled for me anyway. So.
Dan didn't like 2049 very much.
Well, because it answers that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's well liked, isn't it? That film?
I think it looks stunning as well. What's his name?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling is fucking amazing in it.
Yeah.
Very good in it. Yeah, do you know what I watched this week? Very randomly.
Yeah. What?
Getting into bed. 12:30 at night. Midnight. midnight.
Good time to start. What you say?
Yeah, well, I was lying down, got into bed. I was like, I've been listening to the Witcher audiobooks recently before bed.
Of course.
Very good. I can listen to that and I was like, I'm not really in the mood for that. And I was laid there a little bit, was like, I'm wide awake. What's going on here? This is annoying. And all of a sudden I was like, I really fancy watching The Matrix. Went downstairs at like 1:45 and put The Matrix on.
Nice.
And then I wasn't in work until 11 o'clock the next day. I watched The Matrix through till just before 4 in the morning. That film is so good.
It's fantastic.
And even the CGI visual effects and that still look pretty good.
A lot of it's practical.
There was some, I will say, that I remember as a kid being like,
yeah,
whoa. One that looks exceptionally good is where the helicopter goes into the building and it ripples.
Yeah.
And then explodes.
So I think that is a miniature, and obviously the initial ripple is a special effect.
Yeah.
But this explosion obviously is a miniature explode, and they're rigged to explode in a perfect circle.
Oh, it looks so good.
That's amazing, yeah.
And the slow mo thing.
Yeah.
But then that is him on wires, isn't it? Like leaning backwards.
Wires. Is it wires?
He's not doing it
wise. It's partially wise, but it's like 100 or so DSLRs in a circle.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
In like a weird
the
shape.
way they do that. Yeah,
and they fire like all around at once, so it all goes in slow motion.
Yeah.
So they do it again in that film, which I think is actually a better shot. Is when Agent Smith and Neo fight in the subway and they
jump at each other. Yeah, and they do it again.
Clash. That looks fucking great there.
The whole film is like, I forgot. I honestly forgot how good it was.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a great film. I remember watching it, but I remember my mum coming back from Blockbuster because I was like, I've been at school and everyone was talking about The Matrix.
Right.
Everyone was like, oh my god, my brother's seen it. Apparently it's like the best film ever and all that. I went home and I was like, Mum, I need to see The Matrix, please. I was probably about 13 at the time when it came out.
Yeah.
So she got in Blockbuster. I remember watching it upstairs on my video player and then it finishing and being like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. Like, just did not understand what had happened.
Wow.
Watched it visually and was just like, it's cool, but I didn't understand
what is this?
It. Yeah. I mean, 13-year-old.
The Matrix?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this real? What? And I remember I must have watched it 5 or 6 times over the course of 3 days when I had it on video. And I kept going to my mum, can you watch with me and can you explain it? And she's trying to explain that the real world is this, it's a computer program, it's like being in a video game and all things about. And I was like, but they're not I was so confused as a 13-year-old kid. I was just like, I don't really get it. And then I didn't see it for a while. I remember like loving it, but not watching it for a while. Watched it again when I was about 17, 18, and then like, oh, I get it now.
I wonder if that's a product of the time when you watched it, because when I watched it, obviously long after it came out, it made perfect sense to me.
I don't know.
And I was probably about, I would say about 10 years old.
Like I'd watched lots of adult film, more adult films.
Yeah, but I think
this was very
concepts were new then.
That's what made it so iconic, wasn't it? Because people were like, "Oh my god, this is like."
I mean, I remember when I first watched it. I was sitting in the living room and we had Sky Movies for 3 months because it was on offer, and it came on and I remember watching it. It was specifically from the bit where they're in the car in the rain near the beginning. They take the thing out of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dad, what's this?" And he's like, "It's The Matrix. Have you not seen it before?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, you might like it. Give it a watch." And I sat there and watched the whole film, and I was like, it was amazing.
I'm going to watch 2 and 3 this week. Now I honestly, so it's been a while. It's been 2 or 3 years.
It was many years for me watching 2 and 3 when I watched it the other week.
I watched it 2 or 3 years ago, and I watched it again because I remember how much people hated them.
Yeah.
Now here's what I remember of them. I didn't like 2.
Okay.
I liked 3.
Incorrect.
I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people say that it gave too many answers in 3.
Does it? This is my complaint. Is that 2 is all right. It's got some good action
It's an
scenes,
action movie, yeah.
but it's also a lot of like, what are they talking about? What? What do you mean?
It's
What?
to the scene.
Why is she in a
It's
cave
to the
having an
iconic scene
orgasm?
in the courtyard, and there's like hundreds of
Agent
Agent Smiths coming in. It's
yeah.
just,
And he turns to like a Play-Doh Neo.
yeah.
Yeah. And in 3, it's like the whole what are you on about turn out to about 50, because then it's just like, what are you talking about at any point in this film? Every conversation, they're just like, I'm just like thinking, what? What?
Do you think they should have left it at 1?
Yeah, or do better sequels.
Lots of people are asking for like a 4th, aren't they?
They are making another one.
They're making it with Keanu.
No. The rumours I remember a couple of years ago was that it's a prequel about Morpheus.
I've heard of that, but do you think that
But
like
it's still in
4th one?
pre-production, I think. No, wait. It's done, isn't it? Because the Matrix
He died,
got
didn't
fixed.
he?
Neo
Keanu
died. Yeah. Trinity died.
2, she died, didn't she?
She died in 3. She almost
3.
dies in 2. But then Neo makes the choice to save her.
Yeah.
And he talks to the architect, and he's like, "You can go this way or that way."
The first one, the whole training sequence stuff is brilliant.
The dojo fight,
Yeah,
blows me away. I think that's so good. And I know it's a really silly touch, but when they're watching him in the Nebuchadnezzar, when they're watching him,
yeah.
they're like, "Look how fast he is." You're like, "Yeah, you're right. He is fast." His neural kinetics are way above normal, and you're like, "Oh, they are."
Oh, that's a hell of a pre-show, I think.
Do you know what? Let's pick up the Matrix talk in the post-show. I want to talk about it more.
I watched 2 and 3 this week, and then we'll sit down and we can you can be like, I don't know why I remember seeing them over at the cinema because I was not old enough to appreciate it because there was quite a gap, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah,
between 1 and 2 and
and
3.
2 and 3, yeah.
But 2 and 3 came out a year apart.
Because that's when I watched 1 the second time, or like the second time, and understood it was just before the sequels come out. Yeah, but I remember watching them, enjoying them, and I remember watching them a while ago and being like, okay, they're not great movies, but I liked them.
Tell you what, 3 though is gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful film.
I like the fact that for what I remember from 3 was a lot of it was set in the actual real world.
Yeah, there is a lot of it. Yeah, and it's the imagery, especially when the Sentinels are attacking Zion.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff's absolutely gorgeous. So, best way to watch 3: turn the sound off, put on some rap metal or something, like Limp Bizkit, some Rage Against the Machine or something on, and then just like have that on throughout the entire film as an extra long music video. That's the best way to watch 3 because the dialogue is fucking trash. It's so up itself and I just use normal. Why do they talk like robots? I don't understand.
Don't know, but he's good. Neo.
Oh, Neo's good, isn't he?
He's good.
It's the
Do
one.
you know, it was almost Will Smith.
Yeah,
It was maybe Will Smith.
Yeah. Have you?
I don't know if
He did Wild Wild West instead.
I bet he's happy for that.
But he makes jokes about that now.
I don't know if I'd like him as it.
Because he said if he was going to be Neo, Morpheus was going to be a white guy. I forgot another actor. Fuck, what's his name? Because Will Smith's done a video about this.
Christopher Walken?
No.
Can imagine him being.
It's a bit weird, Neo.
Yeah, no, Morpheus.
Morpheus, yeah. I would do an impression if I could, but I can't.
Also, remind me, Folly, my boy. I've got some exciting stuff to talk about in post-show.
For Folly especially?
Yes.
Okay.
Something he shared on Twitter today. Gave me an erection.
Wow.
Yes.
Gross. Don't do that again.
Let's go podcast. Let's go podcast.
Yeah.
What's up and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast Season 2 Episode 19, a weekly podcast. We get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing, we go through the latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. Today's main topic is based on a game I'm going to talk about, like a review I'm going to do of a game in the first section, and it's all based around indie game marketing. How we feel about indie game marketing. Is it starting to show teeth of like AAA marketing? And does it look to pose a danger on the indie game or some indie developers in the future? But we'll dive into that at the end of the show. With me, as always, to go through all this stuff is Tom from at Shriek and Profit. Dan isn't here. Dan is currently still stuck in the tutorial mode of Crash Team Racing.
Yeah,
he's trying to work out how to power slide.
Yeah,
he can't do it.
He can't find the go button basically.
No, Yeah, that is it. What one is it? Like he's twisting the controller forwards.
Yeah, he's doing that.
He's doing like,
he's giving it all this.
Yeah. It's Corin, it's not turning. Yeah. Dan, stick with everybody. You'll get there in the end. Don't worry, man.
I have faith in you.
Yeah, we all have faith. We're thinking of you, actually.
I always think of
I feel like we should go to like a black and white moment now and have a picture of Dan just there like...
It's like an in memoriam, like in the Oscars, to those we've lost this year.
How's the week been anyway, bud? I know we've just chatted about tons on our pre-show.
Yeah, but I'll give you the short version.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about yours?
Good.
All right.
Yeah, good. As I said, watched movies, played Gwent, played indie games.
Been on it all, yeah.
Been on it all, mate. Loving life. Been lovely weather. You see the thunderstorm?
It was so good.
Mental.
I love thunderstorms.
I love them as well.
Yeah.
We live on the south of England, and there was a thunderstorm like middle of this week. Just type in Eastbourne thunderstorm. There are honestly, have you seen the pictures from it?
I've seen a couple.
There was like full-on walls of forks of lightning.
Oh, I can see it from my window.
Yeah, people got photos of that, and it looks incredible. I
saw the whole storm rolling in because at the distance, obviously, it was a big cloud. And it was like,
yeah,
it wasn't like the occasional flash.
No, it was insane.
Sky was lighting up.
It was like Sarah and I
stuff.
sat at the window and watched it.
Yeah, as I did.
And it was amazing. Sarah was like, "It's the best storm I've ever seen." I've unfortunately been spoiled with the best storm you can ever see.
What's that?
When I was in the Alps, the French Alps.
Here we go.
And you're covered around with mountains.
Yeah.
And it is pitch black, and fork lightning there, and it lights up the whole of the valley. Is like incredible.
I bet that is good.
It was amazing. I was watching it then, just like, and I said, "Sarah, it's great, but this one time at band camp, no."
Did you get power cut here?
Yes.
Yeah, so
very annoying. It's halfway through a Gwent game. It cost me a rank level.
All the streetlights in my street went out for ages.
Oh really? Oh, we were out for 10 minutes.
Oh, the house was out for about 10 minutes, but the streetlights didn't come back on for like 20, 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, which was great because you could see lightning better.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they did that on purpose.
I hope so.
It was so loud as well, wasn't it? It was incredible. But
yeah, I love it.
This isn't the weekly podcast where we chat about thunderstorms.
We should do one though.
That should be a good podcast.
We should do that.
Twister. What a movie.
What a movie.
What a movie.
Underrated movie.
Should we do that? Should we just chase thunderstorms?
Can we do a Twister podcast? Every week we talk about Twister.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Just chat about different characters.
Dorothy. What an amazing piece of machinery that was.
Yeah. Yeah, and was it the grade 5 they wanted?
The F5?
F5 they were all after.
Yeah.
And at the end when they're in the house having the food around with her mum.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're like, it's an F5. You're sitting there like hairs go off and your arm, you're like, they've got the F5.
That film both made me terrified and fascinated by tornadoes as a kid.
I love how over the top the final scene is as well.
Oh,
like
mental,
the belt over the metal thingy, and they're in the middle of the tornado. They're just like...
And the things start flying up. They're like, it's happening.
Cows. But they're fine. Like,
mental film. They had a film come out a few years ago. It was kind of a rip-off of Twisters. What was it called? Do you remember to see the trailers? And I was like, oh, it's Twister.
But Twister got away with it because what year it came out. If it came out now, you watch it and go, this is cheesy shit. Well, but the 90s is full of cheesy shit.
It flopped majorly. The film was like Twister. It came out in like 2014.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the only films to replicate something like that, you have to be complete B-list movie like Sharknado.
Exactly. Yeah,
like, that's what you have to do.
You can't be coming out as a summer blockbuster anymore.
But yeah, I mean, comment below. Do you want a monthly podcast about Twister?
I do.
Yeah, I do as well. I mean, we could do all of them. We could do Gremlins, Twister, Jaws.
But then, are they each getting their own monthly podcast, or is it okay? That's more like it.
Anyway, indie games.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
Indie games. Yeah. We do play them.
I've played one.
You've played one
in my life, yeah.
In your life, cool. Yeah. I've played a couple, not many.
Okay.
A couple. Who wants to go first? Who wants to talk about what they've been playing this week, bud?
I will.
Go for it.
I will. I've been playing Rhyme.
I did see you playing it on Discord, actually.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know what you think to it.
I've not finished it yet.
How far in are you?
I want to say maybe 2.5 hours.
Okay.
I thought the game was going to be really short.
You're about halfway.
Yeah, I thought I would finish it by now.
No, about halfway.
Because obviously, at the beginning, you're in that really nice area of all the white spires, and you get to the big spire. I was thinking, here we go, end of the game. No, that's like the beginning of the game. The
title screen rolls, and it's like a Final Fantasy game. You play 20 hours, and then it goes Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, welcome to it. Yeah.
What? What have I been doing the last like 20 hours?
It felt a lot like that. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I've done the whole like. Have you played, haven't you?
I played Rhyme.
Yeah, I did the bit with the weird cubone looking bird fella.
Yep.
I just done that and now in like a foresty, trippy area.
Yep. So you're just over halfway.
Yeah, so far, it's like it's very pretty and I like the music, but I feel like the controls should be a lot better. It feels very imprecise.
I mean,
For a platformer.
So I don't remember
Yeah.
playing the game and feeling like the controls weren't good.
Right.
I have my other gripes with the game.
Yeah.
In terms of, I felt like it ended up doing the same stuff too much, and that it kind of ended up burning itself out.
Yeah, I could see that.
It could end up being, like you said, 3 hours, like an Abzu. Like Doesn't do
what I expected.
tons, but what it did gives you in 3 hours is thought-provoking,
enjoyable,
provocative.
Provocative, yeah. Visually interesting.
It made you go, oh, that was nice. Put it down.
Exactly. Yeah.
If Abzu was a 5-hour game, I think people speak a lot worse of the game.
Probably. It'd be like it's got so boring.
I think that's exactly what.
I definitely see this happening. Yeah, I find the controls weirdly imprecise.
Okay.
There'll be times.
You're playing PC, right? With gamepad? Or mouse and keyboard?
Mouse keyboard, yeah.
So I played with controller.
Right.
I don't know if that makes any difference.
It might do.
Because obviously if you WASD, there's not much. There's not much buffer, is there? Like on an analog stick, you've got.
For example, if the camera's going a certain way, on the WSD, I'm having to press WS.
Whereas on the controller,
I could just push it in a direction.
Push it, yeah.
Yeah, so it probably made me better with that. But I have trouble with that. I have trouble with things not happening quick enough. Like I have to I like E is the action button on PC. I'm sure everyone knows that, but I'm just saying.
Oh, F is sometimes.
I've rarely encountered F as the action button.
Function.
I guess so.
Like a lot of times, I've played games where opening doors and that is F, and I'm always like, why is it F?
It's usually E for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'll be like going to do something. I have to like smash E, like I'm like jamming it. Like it's like just do it, and it's not because of where I'm standing, because I will not move. I will stand still and press it like 5 times, and then he'll do it. And it's like, why?
It's not like a very slow animation, is it?
Well, it doesn't start the animation for ages, and it's like just do it, just pick it up, pick up the key. I want to move on. And it's just things like that.
No.
You didn't say the magic word. I just find that so frustrating sometimes, but annoyingly because it looks really nice. The game, it's very pretty.
Yep. Yeah, it is very pretty.
I really like the music, and I'm sort of interested in where it's going.
Yeah, it's definitely one I'd say stick with and finish.
Yeah, I want to finish it.
It's not like, oh my god, that is one of the best games I've played.
Yeah, I don't expect to be blown away.
But it's one that you could definitely use as like a reference point. Oh, this was like Rhyme. Oh, this is like Rhyme.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. They gave away free on PlayStation about a year ago, maybe.
I think I missed that.
I played it then and was like, hey, you know what? I liked that. I'm not blown away by it. I'm happy I finished it. 5 hours is fine. But yeah, I know they gave it away recently on Epic. Is that right?
That's why we've got it. Yeah.
A game given away next week on Epic is The Last Day of June. I've not played it, but it's a game I wanted to play for a long time, and I think you'd like it. It looks like a very emotional, story-driven game.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be interested to chat to you about that. But they're giving it away next week. Again, it's like a 3-4 hour game.
Something else this week, isn't it?
It is
Space game.
Oh,
it was on PlayStation
Rebels.
2 years ago. Rebel Galaxy.
Rebel Galaxy. Have you played it? I'm not a fan of it at all.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Nice. Ryan, played anything else?
Play anything else? Probably.
Just can't remember.
Remember Hell Let Loose? I played some Hell Let Loose over the weekend.
Nice. Still enjoying it?
Yeah. It's hard to enjoy now not playing it with someone.
Okay.
Because I played it on my own first.
So after being carried, it's probably hard getting
exactly
creamed.
What it is. Yeah, of course. But yeah, now that I played with you, going back playing on my own is quite boring.
Okay.
It's not boring is a bit mean because the game's still fun. It's just sort of I don't feel like I can last a whole match.
2 hours is a long time.
Yeah, I'll get to about half through and I'm just like, I've kind of had enough now because I'm not talking to anyone and it's just kind of a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
Though I did get some good gameplay in there. When I was on my own, did some good stuff, good kills.
Nice.
Felt pretty powerful.
I will say now, your preview isn't up yet because I was trying to fix the frame rate.
Yeah, I was hoping you could.
So,
is there something
I've done a little bit.
Remake it?
I mean, you can redo it if you want.
Is there something I could do to make it better?
Yeah, I've told you to.
Yeah, but now at this point in post.
No. No, I tried it, but
Yeah.
you'd have to record loads of footage again. Yeah. So I will say now, Tom's preview will go live this week. The frame rating, and I'm gonna record a little message at the beginning, just saying that the frame rating is no reflection of the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
It was just it happened during recording process.
Smooth as butter gameplay. I never had a frame rate issue.
Yeah. So it's all to do with the recording process.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I have played some more Hades.
Cool.
I feel like I've nearly finished it actually.
Still liking it?
Yeah, really liking it. Yeah, really liking it. I'm definitely climbing higher. I'm finishing better bosses. I'm getting to the stage now where I'm starting to the in-game currency and drops I'm getting from each run. Like runs are now taking me like an hour before I die.
Right.
But when I'm dying, I'm like doing an hour run, stopping. And then when I go back on, I've got like tons of in-game stuff. So I'm actually genuinely chipping away at making myself more powerful. Before it's like, oh, I add one stat boost here.
Yeah.
Now I'm like 3 here, 2 here. I can buy this consumable. I can buy this now.
Changes happening now.
Yeah, so then I go on. I mean, I'm like 7-8 hours into the game. I reckon if I want to finish it, I'm probably looking at about 12, 13 hours. But again, this is
too much.
Early access.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more content added to it. 1980X. Now, I wanted to have more on this game for this podcast. I'm going to apologise now. It's been a crazy busy week. I genuinely sat down on Monday I played a little bit last weekend.
Yeah.
I sat down Monday to be like, cool, I'm gonna start the game again. Because I literally jumped in very quickly. I played a tiny bit of weekend. Then I was trying to export a video, and the PC was like, no, you can't do both of this. The game was like starting to jump, and I was like, it's not the game's fault. It's the fact that I'm exporting a 6 gig podcast video, and I'm like, oh fucking hell, all right, I've stopped playing it. So Monday I sat down to play it. I played like 20, about half an hour of the game. And then my wife was like, can you help me do this? And then I never had a chance to go back to it. I've not had a chance to return to it yet. I am going to finish it this weekend. So if you don't know what 1980X is, 1980X is, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put my neck out there. It's 30 minutes in. The game's fucking so good. Queeping good. For what it looks to offer straight away. Yeah. And it genuinely feels unique. In terms of, they've taken what's been done tons before, a coming-of-age story, but made gameplay elements that feel unique. Now, you play as a young lad, goes to an arcade in the 80s, and basically, like I said, it's a coming-of-age story. The first game you play is Outrun, and you kind of go in there, and you're talking about your life, you're kind of talking to friends in there and all that, and then, I don't want to give away spoilers, because you kind of get spoilers pretty early on to where the game's going to go. But effectively, key moments of this kid's life are played out through video games. And the reason it's called 1980X is because X is being... You're playing games that were released in the 80s.
Right.
And you're going through those games. Mm-hmm. So the idea is you play Outrun. I just finished Outrun and then I stopped playing the game. So I don't know what happens after that.
Yeah.
But then there's like a Shinobi clone in there. There's... another clone in there, I can't remember what it is. I can't remember now. There's tons of clones.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah, the soundtrack's amazing. The sprite artwork is lovely. It's very 80s vibe. It's a £10 game, like super reasonably priced game. Yeah. And what I played after 30 minutes, I'm saying, yeah, I really liked it. I want to play more. The only reason I haven't is I've just been swamped. I'm playing the next game I talk about. I say a lot. I've been playing it as much as I've had to play it.
Yeah.
To get that done for review, as long as other stuff that I do as well outside of indie gaming. But yeah, 1980X at the moment, full thumbs up for it. Like if you like story-driven games, if you like classic style kind of like 80s games. Well, one thing I will say is I've only played Outrun.
Yeah.
Feels good. Like the whole recreation of the game
felt like
a good recreation. And like I said, the music. Oh, so nice. And the final game I play, which is going to be a kind of review, because I didn't get the review up earlier in the week.
Oh, okay.
Is My Friend Pedro. So, review for
so
My Friend Pedro is, the idea is once I've kind of gone through it, you ask questions about things I speak about.
Okay.
So, a bit of context before I dive into the actual review. We played the game at EGX Res.
Yes, yeah.
No, I went to the show. Pretty hyped for the game. I was like, this is one of the games I want to play. I like Devolver. I want to sit down. I like the idea of the game. It's kind of crazy John Woo style over the top action. I'm down for that
Pretty
shit.
pumped for
Like
it.
queep. I'm down for that queeping stuff. Give it to me. I sat down. I played it for like 25 minutes in the demo. Got up and was like, that was absolutely okay.
Yeah.
The demo
impressive.
was not mind-blowing at all. Another thing I will say is I've not played the full release version on PC, but there was a significant downgrade, wasn't there, between PC and Switch?
That's right.
There was a huge downgrade.
Bizarrely.
Which is bizarre because the game doesn't look great anyway. It's not like a high... Sorry, when I say it doesn't look great, it looks the way it's meant to look, but it's not a demanding game.
Yeah.
But lighting...
It's not Red Dead or anything.
Lighting, especially on the PC, was so much nicer than it was on the Switch. But I played the game on the Switch, so if you don't know what My Friend Pedro is, it is a side-scrolling action game where you play as this... I won't go into spoilers. You play as this person who is going through the levels. You have this banana that keeps popping up and talking to you. And you're effectively going through, and you start off with like you need to go and find the main boss guy and kill the people on the way there. Then you could go further and further, and as you go on, there's new objectives to get through these levels. The big selling point for the game is the bullet time. You can slow down time. You can do these front flips, twists.
The John Woo aspect.
You can shoot. You can split aim, so you can shoot stuff. You got 2 pistols, 2 Uzis. You can shoot. You can jump on skateboards, you can slide off, you can go slow motion, you go backflip and you kill everyone, and you land, and momentum genuinely does become a mechanic of the game. And it feels good when you get it right. I'm not going to lie. Like when you get momentum down and you're like, oh, I'll go bullet time here, I roll here, I jump up here, I jump over this box, I shoot these guys here, I spin to get dodged. It feels good. The issue is you get that mechanic down within about 20 minutes.
Right.
Like, it's very quick to learn.
Okay.
The game is so easy on normal. It's scary because they do one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in a game.
Go on.
When you're going to die, your final hit, fatal hit, whatever you want to call it, it literally goes into bullet time for you, doesn't use any of your gauge, and says, press L to dodge. So I done it. Like, first time, I'm like, cool, yeah, dodge. If you it will stop every single time. Press L to dodge. 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 So you pretty much can go through the main game
just pressing L
without dying. Because L does dodge. L spins for you.
Right.
But it does it in slow motion for you. Now, I left it a couple of times to see how long it would take if I just didn't press L to die.
Yeah.
It's a good 2 or 3 seconds. You got a good 2 or 3 seconds window to input L.
So realistically, if you were just sitting there pressing L over and over and over again, you wouldn't never die.
Technically, yes, but when you do spin, so when you press L, you spin.
Right.
When you do spin, you lose the ability to be precise with your aiming.
Okay.
So you shoot a bit all over the place. So you could just sit there pressing L, split aiming, and
shoot
fire,
time,
and you'll be like all like this. But if you do it enough,
but you'd eventually win.
You'd kill them. Yeah. Now it does come nice when you. So I've played it on normal. The game is pretty short. It took me 3.5 hours on normal.
Okay.
I've started playing it on hard. I'm halfway through the game on hard. It's not that much harder.
I'm about to say, is that not an improvement or?
So the whole dodging fatal hit thing is one thing that annoyed me.
Yeah.
The other thing that annoyed me is games that use bullet time well. So people are like, oh, it's like Max Payne. It's like Bayonetta, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Max Payne done it so well is because you had to earn that shit, like Queep. You wanted to earn that Queep in bullet time. If you want to use bullet time, you had to play the game without bullet time to earn the ability to use bullet time.
Yeah.
This game, you pop bullet time. I'm not kidding. You have a good 15, 20 seconds in bullet time.
Wow.
Then when you stop bullet time, it takes no more than 5 seconds to fill your guard gauge again.
So the whole game is bullet time.
You could literally play the whole game in bullet time.
Bloody
and it auto fills. You don't have to earn it.
So you do nothing to earn it. It just fills back up.
Just fills. And I get what they've done it. I get they've done it because they're like, oh, we want people to exploit the bullet time. I wanted hard mode to be like, oh, no, you earn bullet time now.
Yeah.
Look.
Wouldn't it be cool if hard mode also got rid of the bullet time, the final shot?
Yeah, it does. It does get rid of that.
It does, okay.
Hard mode does get rid of that.
Well, that's good.
But
so you can still surely just press L a bunch.
Yeah, you can do that. There's 2 other things that bugged me before I get on to some positives. 2 other things that really bugged me. One, there are very inconsistent time to kill with the enemies.
Right.
So, for example, I have a shotgun, and I'll shoot them point blank range, wouldn't die. Shoot them again, they'll die. Other times I'll shoot them from like other side of the room, they die. And I'm like, it's not like I get if they were armoured or not. They're not. They're just like...
It just seems random.
Like, what? And that randomness kind of carries out through the game. The game has a level of jank to it, which kind of adds to the quirkiness.
Sort of purposeful jank.
Yeah, purposeful jank. Like when you land, you land like this, and then you go into a roll, and you come up, and you can kick enemies' heads at them, like things like that. You shoot someone's head off, and you kick it, and it one hit kills them when you kick someone at them. But you shoot them with a shotgun next to them, they don't die. Like, and it's that inconsistent.
Consistency would be nice.
And there's a reason like why games like, and my game of the year so far, AAA or indie, is Katana Zero.
Yeah.
And the reason that's my game of the year so far is because it's so super tight. It's one hit kill on the enemies, one hit kill on you. And it is a case of I throw this, I dodge this, I slash here, I jump over here, I deflect the bullet, I'm done. It is a case of mapping it out. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, thank God I've done that. Jesus. This was more like, oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's both Devolver as well, isn't it?
It is Devolver, yeah.
Yeah, they both are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which goes on to the Devolver thing I don't like. The game isn't funny at all. It does like the comedic side behind the game is the most. It's so bad.
Is it like a bit try hard?
Far too try hard.
Look how funny I am.
Yeah.
I can be
Look
so
at this.
weird.
We put a banana in the game and we're not going to tell you why. Great, mate. Well done. You literally feel like you've given a bunch of GCSE writers some money and gone, make a funny game.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking, like, this genuinely happened this week, and it made me go, oh my God, that's like my friend Pedro. When I went to go watch GCSE drama performance.
Yeah.
And it was so powerful. Like, I was almost crying. It was incredible.
Wow. I
was talking to the teacher afterwards, like, that's so good. And he said, well, they have to do drama. He said, because they all want to do comedy. I said, but I say to them, what a 16-year-old kid finds funny is not what adults find funny. And you will struggle to get a good level with drama. And I was like, that's literally like my friend Pedro. It feels like 16-year-olds have gone, oh yeah, having a banana in there that goes like, oh yeah, we're going to pop up and do this. And then having people come out there and go, oh yeah, have you seen Mike? Oh, la, la. It's like stupid, on-the-nose jokes.
mean, it's literal jokes that I would have done when I was in school.
And you're now playing it going like, this isn't funny.
I mean,
I don't give a shit about this banana.
I think I have a shit.
I wonder if I can eat it, that's all.
A sheet of paper from when me and my mate were in science when we were like 15. And it is literal jokes like that.
Yeah.
Detective Leggy Cheese is one. He's a detective. He's got lots of legs, and he's a cheese.
That's literally
that kind of level of.
That is what it is, and it's not funny.
Yeah,
like it's not. It's not
funny
funny
because it's not funny.
Yeah,
unless maybe that's what they're going for.
It irritates me that it doesn't irritate me, but Devolver.
It's okay, it can irritate you.
Devolver have a name like they don't pick up any old game. The games have quirkiness to it.
Yes,
like Ape Out. Ape Out's another game that I didn't shit on, but I was like, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If anyone else, the best thing about Ape Out is the soundtrack and the way it works with music.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else has that game, it's mediocre. Devolver have the game, it's good. Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
This feels exactly the same. And this kind of will feed into our main topic later on. Anyone else puts this game out, people are like, well, it doesn't feel that great, it's a bit weird, humour's shit.
Yeah.
Devolver have it, it's hilarious, it's so funny. Yeah, oh my God, he's seen the banana in there.
Another classic Devolver, you know.
Yeah. I've seen it on Twitter, Devolver hit out of the park again with this hilarious game. I'm sorry, mate, if you think that's funny, my God, I don't want to see your personal life. Jesus Christ. Like, you're probably a Star Trek fan. Oh. Like, people watching this now.
That wasn't funny.
Is he just gone there? But that's it, because I was in character with Devolver. Yeah, you look at it.
You've crossed the line.
No. So if people are sitting here now thinking, okay, look, I've seen the game, it looks really cool. It looks like I can do all this cool bullet time stuff. Here's my quick roundup for you. Okay? My friend Pedro does some interesting platform mechanics.
Okay.
And some interesting level design. There's some stuff in there that cool. The bosses at the end of each section, they're simple, but they have different mechanics working to them. And a couple of times they took me, okay, that's how I get rid of it. Cool, worked out. Brilliant. There are moments when the momentum does feel good. And when it does feel good, it feels great. On the flip side of that, it's not funny. It's boring, to be honest. As in the story humour side of it, not funny at all. The fact that I can play through a 3.5 hour game like John Woo games and not feel like a badass 100% of the time is not a good thing. I should feel like every moment I'm in an encounter, I feel like a badass. Katana Zero, I felt like a badass the whole way through that game.
It's funny. It's like it does a similar thing as well, doesn't it? With the whole
same as Miami Hotline Miami.
Yeah,
exactly the same. I feel like a badass because I'm like mapping it out. Bang, 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 bang. I rinsed you guys. Fuck you. I feel like Arnie in Commando. I don't. In this, I feel like Tom Cruise in Jack Ryan.
You're not a Jack Ryan fan, then?
It's perfectly fine.
Do you feel like Tom Cruise in Cocktail?
Brian Flanagan, that's his name.
Is it?
Yeah, in Cocktail.
Oh.
Don't get me started film. Oh. And that's where I stand, my friend Pedro. We don't score games anymore. I wouldn't pay full price for the game. I'm not annoyed that I played through the game, but I'm not like, wow, that was my game of the year.
You seem slightly us, but you're not really annoyed about the game. You're annoyed more about the...
It's just mediocre.
Undeserved.
It's getting so much praise.
Much
hype and so much praise.
Yeah.
Which is what going to lead into our main topic at the end. But we'll go on that then. But yeah, that's it. That's where I am with My Friend Pedro. Guys, I'd genuinely love to know what you guys think about My Friend Pedro. If you've played it, do you think it's amazing? Trust me, I'm a full grown man. I can take some licks on the chin. If you guys no, you're completely fucking wrong,
always
mate.
licking his chin.
Yeah. If you guys no, you're completely squeeping wrong, get in the comments and say, no, look, I think the game's great. I want someone to come out and go, no, this game is absolutely okay. And
what's Lewis missing?
Yeah, what am I missing?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Cool. Should we go on to the news?
Let's do the news.
There you go. That's
I was hoping you
your job.
Well, one of us always says do the news, and the other one goes.
Yeah, true that.
I was hoping you would do it.
Hearsay.
Got any more?
No. First bit of news. Mad Mind Studios. Who are Mad Mind Studios, Tom?
Oh, they did Agony, didn't they?
The best horror game ever to release.
Do you remember before it came out and everyone was like, oh, that's pretty good, didn't it?
It had the potential to...
Yeah, that's some HR.
I mean, we're talking like full-on, explicit 18 content.
Yeah, it looked
in
disgusting.
A world of hell that looked disgusting, it looked visceral, it looked raw, it released, and it was absolutely queep.
Yeah, it was just nothing, was it?
It was so bad. Like...
Good stuff.
Insanity, Tom, Dan's brother, one of the only games he said he's ever refunded on Steam.
Wow.
Yeah, he played it for about an hour and was like, oh my god, this is bad.
Yeah.
Refund.
Well done.
It is like, I don't know how the developers were like, we've got this down.
It was all just good publicity, wasn't it?
It smashed the Kickstarter goal as well.
It was good publicity. That's all it was.
Anyway.
And they're like, well, we've got to release it, so...
Mad Mind Studios, they've done the extra Agony edition, which apparently fixed loads of stuff. I'm not going to go back and play that game again. I can't put myself through that.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. And you know how hard it is for me to not finish games.
That's true.
I try. I really try. And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mad Mind Studios have announced their new game, Succubus. Now, judging by how bad Agony was received, you'd think it's a completely new game.
Oh, of course.
Step away from it.
Yeah, well, it's what you do, naturally, surely.
No, you do a spin-off, mate. You do a spin-off from a game that everyone hated.
Yes, good idea.
Their press release was brilliant.
What did it say?
A spin-off to the game, or a spin-off to the much talked about Agony. Yeah, because it was shite, mate.
Much talked about.
Yeah.
That's good.
So Agony's getting a spin-off called Succubus. It plays as the character from the original. I do remember the character. She is the very provocative...
She's the sexy Succubus.
Yeah. She's getting an origin story.
There is titties in these games. So.
Notice here, couldn't give a queep.
Wow.
If they offered me a review key, no. If they offered me a review key of 100 quid, no.
I'll take it.
Yeah. If you're interested in Agony, guys, it's getting a spin-off called Succubus. Up next, 1980X, a game I spoke about, a game I'm looking to finish and speak about more on the podcast next week, is it was meant to release on PS4 this week. It got delayed by a week. So, as of this going live on the Monday, it will release on the Thursday. So it's now coming out on the 27th of June. So yeah, if you were looking for the game, if you want to wait for it to come to console, that's when the game is dropping. 27th of June. Quick plug, because he's a nice guy. Afraid of the Folly is one of our patrons. Really nice guy. I'll put a link to his Twitch in the description.
Right.
because he is going to be streaming the game. Not as of launch, he's going to be streaming it. Streams on Sundays, streams on Tuesdays. For a link there because he's going to be streaming the game. So yeah, go check that out, man.
Yeah. Give it a go.
And the final piece of news, not tons, as I said this week, is Nowhere Profit. Nowhere Profit is a deck building game I played earlier in the month. There's a What Is video up now. You can check it out. And it's got a release date. It's coming to Steam. Not even in early access. It's just coming straight out for release in July 19th. Not too long. It's going to release at £19.49 UK. So, I don't know, it's $22 or something like that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair price for the game. There is a What Is video up. I loved the game when I played it.
Yeah.
I loved the way it felt like, so as a CCG player, it felt very, like the deck building element to it felt like the UI of a CCG. It felt built, and then you have two decks. You have your leader deck, you have your like actual playing deck, and yeah, it felt very tight. I put like 3 hours into the beta they had. I loved it. I was like, I want to play more of this game straight now. Has the classic RPG mechanics where it's like, do you like priests come to your campsite? They look dangerous. Do you A, B, C?
Yeah.
It has all that in there, and yeah, it looks cool. It's releasing on consoles early 2020. So if you're looking for it to come to consoles, or you're like, oh, I haven't got a PC, but I like the look of this game, definitely wait for consoles. It will be it'll be on consoles early 2020.
I suppose there's such a gap there.
I guess it might be what they sometimes do is they're quite clever and they see how the PC community take it, see what feedback they can implement, and then when they release it on consoles,
improves it.
I think it's because, from experience, PC gamers are a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah,
a little bit more like,
yeah, okay, I can see.
Oh yeah, I get that because they used to get early access games.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get this, because I feel like console players like, shit, mate, no, it's your FIFA. Hey, FIFA, mate, eh? That's what everyone.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that takes us on to our main topic.
The main topic.
The main topic this week, guys, is talking about marketing around indie games. Now, I want to. So this is inspired by my friend Pedro. I want to put a full disclosure out there first of all. This is not a witch hunt for Devolver Digital. I'm going to be referencing Devolver Digital a lot for
well, my friend Pedro.
My friend Pedro.
They're a good example.
Is an example of it. And the only reason I'm be referencing Devolver Digital is because the size they've become.
Yeah. One of the biggest indie publishers.
The entity they have become as a publisher.
Yeah.
So please don't watch this thinking, oh my god, this guy hates Devolver Digital, he hates Devolver games. I think they smashed out of the park at E3. I loved, like, Katana Zero is my favourite game of the year. It's my game of the year.
Exactly, yeah.
Ape Out, I wasn't blown away by as many other people were, but I still love it. Hotline Miami, I absolutely love it. I even loved Enter the Gungeon. A lot of people didn't like Enter the Gungeon. I loved Enter the Gungeon. I can't wait for other games they've got coming, like Carry On. And Fall Guys, like, all great looking games.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen on social media with my friend Pedro, from what I've seen other people talking about, people outside of like the gaming loop talking about my friend Pedro, it's made me think about the powerhouse of marketing indie games. And an indie game doesn't necessarily have to be good to get sales. And in fact, a lot of the very good indie games don't get many sales compared to the bad ones because they haven't got the marketing behind them.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to go with this. The two main questions we're going to ask, Tom.
Ask away.
Is, will indie marketing end up like AAA?
Right.
So by that I mean, you don't really see bad reviews for Nintendo. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo make bad games, but I'm just saying you don't see it. Yeah. Okay?
You don't even see mediocre reviews for Nintendo games.
Despite how toxic and disgusting EA are, they still get some of the biggest press. Yeah. Yeah? Bethesda can get away with releasing games that literally don't work because they have marketing.
Get away. I don't know if they got away with it.
It's not like they're going under.
Oh, well, yeah, but I think that's just because they're big enough to not go under.
But then, for example, Fallout 76, so many people knew the game wouldn't work. They still brought it.
Yeah.
Because it had a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going with that. I was going to again point out, I don't hate AAA gaming. Like, AAA gaming is fine. I just feel like the marketing is a bit hit or miss at times.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down that. So we're going to ask, will indies go like AAAs? And we're also going to ask, how do we show off smaller indies? What does the game industry need to do to get these great indies we're going to talk about showing off, to get them out there, to get them in the hands of public?
Yeah.
Okay. So I put a message out on our Discord
Yep.
and to you, saying about underrated indies. Indie games that are criminally underrated.
Mm-hmm.
And we felt like no one's played them, no one spoke about them, but they definitely should.
Yeah.
Shall I kick off?
You can. I'm just googling something quickly, but
Cool.
I'm listening.
So I mentioned Rainswept, a game that released earlier this year.
Yeah.
Half the people probably watching are like, what, or listening, what the hell is Rainswept? Rainswept is a 2D, kind of goofy-ish animation, but very thought-provoking interactive detective narrative game.
Yeah. I played the demo for it.
Tells a story of kind of goes down mental health route, goes down a route of trauma, a very humanised story that when I finished the game, I was like, wow, that is why I love indie games.
Yeah.
That is why you will never get that experience for a AAA game. And that is why it was such a tightly told story that just felt great. The game is like £10. And it was completely self-developed by a guy called Ahmed.
Yes.
Very
nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy. Got people in to do sound design and some animation stuff, I think. But so he developed. He didn't have money to get a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
He put it out himself on Steam, and he wants it on consoles. And we spoke to him at Resd, and he's like, I really want this on consoles. And this game would thrive on the Switch.
Yep, definitely.
He can't afford to get it out there.
Especially on Switch.
Especially on Switch,
Yeah.
because Nintendo are a bit of a pain in the arse to work with on Switch. Trust me, we've heard it from indie developers.
Won't say who.
and yeah, and I feel so. I wish we had the money to be like, mate, we will publish it for you and just pay us back. Don't even give it a profit. Get the game out there. More people need to play it.
That'd be great.
I just feel like, okay, it hasn't got the quirks of Devolver, but someone like Annapurna Interactive, the guys that are doing 12 minutes, the guys who do the kind of the very thought-provoking games, they could grab this
easily,
and go throw it on the Switch.
Yeah.
But it won't, and people won't play it because
they haven't heard of it.
It hasn't got the marketing push.
Yeah.
That's one of my ones. Do you want to say your one, and then I'll talk about Follies, our Patreon?
Okay. This one was kind of a weird one for me because obviously it's something that we've talked about a lot and that we've praised extremely heavily, all three of us, and that's the Sexy Brutale.
Yeah.
When I talk to people outside of
Square Enix Collective
the
as well.
indie game sphere, no, it's Tequila Works.
Tequila Works.
Outside of the indie game sphere, as much as I'm not great in the know, I'm way more in the know than other people. I talk to people at work, but I'll be heard Sexy Brutale. They're like, what?
Never heard of it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that it is on consoles. It's on PC. You know, you can get it in a lot of places. I don't know many people who played it.
No.
Only people I know are you two.
And it was our indie game of the year 2 years ago.
2017, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic game.
It's honestly one of the best puzzle games I've ever played.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up just now. It's Cavalier Game Studios developed and published by Tequila Works.
I will say, when it did launch on the Switch at first, it had a lot of performance issues.
Oh, did it?
But that has been corrected.
Yeah.
I play PS4.
Yeah.
You play PS4. I think Dan played PS4.
I think so as well, yeah. Such a good game.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, and it's so original and it's so interesting. I couldn't put it down, that game.
Didn't win awards, didn't get nominated for awards, wasn't shown off anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know why people. I don't understand why it's not a well-known game.
No.
Because it's fantastic, and it's funny. We talk about Tequila Works. Obviously, they did Rhyme.
They did, yeah.
Rhyme, quite big.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Rhyme. They got quite a big publicity push, but Sexy Brutale, on the other hand, seemed to go under the radar.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
definitely
big one.
So, one from Folly. So
Yeah.
I was just checking out because I thought I got the publisher right, and I had got him right. Gorogoa. Now this one's slightly different because Gorogoa is another game. It's a puzzle game. If you guys haven't played it, a very stunning puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
It is available on the Switch. It's available. I think it's available on PS4. It's definitely available on PC. It is available on PS4. I know that for a fact, actually.
Yep.
It's available on mobile. It's
extremely available.
yeah, it did win awards. So it was at the BAFTAs.
Yeah,
It's
won
won
BAFTA,
Art Direction awards and things like that. So it has won awards. However, this is a game that so many people, you say go and they'll be like, what? Never heard of it.
Well, see, I didn't know what you were talking about until I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And it's a shame, it's weird, because this is Annapurna. And it shows that Annapurna, who are a big indie development publisher, still couldn't get this game out there to the masses. Couldn't
Even
shout
winning
about
an
it enough.
award.
And it is a game, like, it's a short game, but it's stunning. It's such a nice game. And Folly, Freya the Folly, our patron, recommended it. And it's an absolute brilliant recommendation. Which leads us on to, and again, we're going to refer back to, sorry, the animation of the game constantly playing on my phone is distracting. We're going to go back to Devolve Digital. They are, by no doubt, the only people I think you can get slightly close to them is maybe Team 17.
Yeah. Curve?
No, I don't think Curve.
So?
I think THQ Nordic.
I see THQ. I don't think of them as indie, but I guess
they're
THQ...
like double A, aren't they? They're that weird in between.
Yeah.
But I would argue that Devolver are bigger than THQ.
I would say so. Yeah.
They're huge. They've become massive, and rightly so, because Devolver, again, remember guys, these aren't publishers. These aren't developers. Devolver don't make the games; they publish the games.
Yeah.
Now Devolver put their name to some. They've got a reputation. They put their name to some weird queep. They put their name to games that don't. They break the fourth wall normally. Katana Zero done it with its narrative storytelling, with its tight gameplay. Hotline Miami was one like super tight, super challenging gameplay, like top down. They've done it with, I'm trying to think the game, Ape Out, okay?
Yeah.
Ape Out, yes, I wasn't blown away by Ape Out. Visually, very striking. Sound design was some of the best sound design I've ever heard in a game. I just felt the game was a little bit too RNG based, but that's a whole argument for another time. Minute, they do Minute?
Yeah.
Minute was a great little quirky game. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Minute was a great quirky. Oh, Gata Roboto, the game I played recently and reviewed.
Is that them?
That was the Metroidvania black and white one. I remember jumping into that being like, I'm not too excited for this game. Playing it and being like, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I love this game.
Got things here like there's Broforce, Grease,
Broforce
Zelda.
is brilliant. Do you ever play Broforce?
I played the demo. That was all I got.
It's just so over the top. Like,
So it's all up your street, isn't it?
Yeah, come on.
Crossing Souls was them.
Crossing Souls was that Devolver?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh god! So all these games are brilliant, and they deserve the attention they get.
Yeah.
They genuinely deserve the attention they get. The issue I have is they've become huge now in the indie gaming scene. So, and as I said to you, and as I said to Tom, Dan's brother, I feel like now it's the cool thing is to like a Devolver game.
Oh, I agree.
And I feel like now, if they put out something that is mediocre, it still gets good reviews.
Yep.
I know firsthand, and I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of it because I can't say too much, but I know how hard you have to work as press to get on the books to be able to review Devolver Keys. I know how much of my own money and my own time I've had to put in to prove to them I'm going to cover their games.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I get maybe some people don't want to be cut off from Devolver, but I just, going back to my friend Pedro, when I saw IGN put in an 8.5 out, when I saw GameSpot put in an 8.2 out, or whatever they've done, I saw people like on like not like players like you or I, but community members for bigger websites tweeting out about it, saying smashed out of the park, blown away again, game feels unique, game feels original. I'm just sitting there going like, what? These are the people we're trusting to tell us if a game is good or not.
Yeah.
If I dropped the 15, 16 quid on this game, I would be a little bit like, yeah, that was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't an 8.5. Nowhere near it.
Would you feel annoyed at the people who
I would genuinely. I'd feel annoyed at it. And do we think these scores coming because Devolver?
I think probably definitely. I'm not saying Devolver are like being like,
no, not at all. And again,
give us the money.
No, not
I'll
at all.
give you the money and you do that.
But in terms of their reputation,
it's you said it's cool to be like, oh, it's a Devolver game, so yeah, it's good. It's trendy to say that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame. And like I say, it does feel a bit AAA.
Yeah.
If it does, it feels
Which goes
that way.
into, do you feel like, and I'm going to use Devolver as an example here because they're the first people who could do it. Is there going to be that fragmentation in the market where we get indie games releasing under the Devolver banner that maybe end up being mediocre, quirky but mediocre?
Yeah.
But they get the audience in because it's Devolver, like AAA's do. Are we going to see a big divide in the indie game marketing push because companies like Devolver, maybe Team 17, maybe another one just comes out of nowhere, another publisher comes out of nowhere and goes like, no, we're going to do quirky games as well. Like, do you think we're going to see that?
Well, I think it won't be indie games anymore. Devolver will become another AAA publisher, but then I'm not saying they're going to be publishing, your Assassin's Creeds and these kind of games. They'll still keep doing these weirder games because that'll be their brand. It is their brand now, and they, to be honest, maybe a few years down the line they might start buying developers and having their own studios.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, and it's like,
and that goes on to AAA, then, doesn't it? Like
make us some weird games. And they won't really be indie games anymore. And
they'll have
that weird quirkiness that they're always.
And they'll have their IPs, like they will have.
Exactly, yeah.
Go make us Hotline Miami 3.
Yeah, exactly.
We've brought this studio. Go make us Hotline Miami 3.
Yeah.
Go make us Katana 02. Go make us My Enemy Pedro.
Yeah. And as much as it might have that indie game sort of flavour, it will not be.
Maybe even price. Maybe even indie game price. Maybe it release at £20.
Maybe.
But we don't like a AAA game doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Like, but I don't think it will technically be indie games anymore.
Controversial question then.
Okay.
That happens.
Yeah.
Do we end up seeing Devolver pushing the whole release crunch? The whole.
Probably not straight away, but maybe a few years down the line. Exactly, yeah. Because it starts off. They're a cool company. We've got our employees' best interests at mind. We want to make fun games. We want to let them make what they want to make. But that's how it always starts. And then 5-10 years down the line, they're Activision. They're fucking.
We're gonna get a lot of hate for this because there are a lot of people who love Devolver.
Again, I like Devolver.
I love Devolver. I fully respect them. We're just using them because they are.
This is a discussion about the industry, not about Devolver. But it's an example at the moment.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, they are the biggest independent publisher.
Massively.
Yeah.
Absolutely massively. There is no competing with them.
Yeah, they're the easiest example to give.
Yeah.
At this point. Might be completely wrong.
It's like people can name Devolver games. Like I could say, name a Devolver game.
My first instinct would be Hotline Miami.
Yeah, I would say name a Team 17 game.
Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, okay. You can play it. Yeah. Name a 505 game.
Oh shit. I can't think of any. I know I've played them.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night that just launched.
Of course, yeah.
Indivisible. There's another one. There's tons. Like we could keep going on and on and on. So, last question we have, I want to answer is, how do we get these smaller indies showing off? How do we get them out there? Now we're trying to do it as a channel.
Yeah,
we're a small.
We always try. Yeah.
We're a small channel, but we try to throw them out. Games like Silent Night, like a Kickstarter game that's no disrespect to the game, gonna get no traction many places.
Probably not.
We try to bring that. We try to show these games off that are super small, super tight. We do the Devolver games because. Yes, they bring traffic on a business point of view. One, I want to play Devolver games.
Yeah.
But two, we have to go. Well, actually, we do need to cover the bigger indies as well.
Yeah.
I refuse to count. I know people say THQ Nordic are an indie publisher.
Yeah.
I refuse to count Darksiders as an indie game. Like that's made by AAA Studio.
It's the thing, yeah.
There is a line I draw. But yeah, we do push. Rainswept is another one we push out there.
Yeah.
How do the bigger companies? Maybe IGNs, maybe GameSpot, or maybe stuff like Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft. They all go, we're here for the indies. Look at these 14 great indie games we've got coming in the next 90 seconds of our 2-hour E3 conference. Like, how do they actually get them out there?
It's quite... The thing is, finding these games takes a severe amount of effort.
Tell me about it.
You have to really look for them. You've got to play them.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it. I don't know how you do it. It's very difficult.
It's a genuine job. I put 25 hours a week into
serious
Incredible.
work.
Like 25 hours a week. Probably not even playing games. 25 hours a week of just searching, of doing content,
looking,
editing audio.
I mean, you spoke about itch.io.
itch.io.
It's a good place to start.
It's a great place. That's where I found Rainswept.
Of course, yeah. That was a
itch.io game, yeah.
Originally, yeah. That's a good place to start if you want to find something that's not getting any kind of press, really.
People who don't know what itch.io or itch.io is an open source kind of website where people make tech demos, like very rough tech demos or very small games,
of which Rainswept
put it out there and people play it and give feedback. And it's a kind of way, like a beta for indie games. Rainswept, I played Rainswept on itch.io because we used to run a feature 5 games to play this month on itch.io. I had to stop it because my work commitments got too much. If this ever become more of a full-time thing, I would bring it straight back.
Easily bring it back.
It's a great series and I love doing it. But there's so many games I play on there that now 2 years later, I'm starting to see them release.
Yeah.
And that's a great place, but itch.io is definitely
it's a good place to start. But like I say, even then, it is still work. You've got to play these games. You've got to actually make the effort. It's easier for these companies to be like, Devolver are like, here's some games for you to look at. Because it's not the same as...
Well, Devolver get a sale on... They genuinely get a PlayStation sale, Devolver game sale.
Of course you do,
which is huge.
Yeah.
So I think that the 3 big players, Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox, and Sony, have to do more. Nintendo have got an indie game channel that is fucking awful.
How hard is it to go into a game store on one of these consoles and just have a section labelled indie games?
Why isn't Game do it? Like, Game do it. Like, it's almost the edgy thing to do now. Oh, it's a different curveball game. Indie game section. It's like a games under 20 quid and it's all mixed up there. Indie game, independent developed games.
I want a section that is just indie games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like...
And have then community rating.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
On Steam.
I feel like... Now, this is coming from what I've seen with CDPR doing with Gwent.
Yeah.
This will never happen. But here's an easy way of Nintendo. Nintendo, 1, getting ahead of the game than Sony and Microsoft with indies.
Yeah.
And 2, supporting community. On their Nintendo channel, their Nintendo Indies, they feature indie game content creators. It changes once a week.
Yeah.
1 week they go, we're going to feature Get Indie Gaming, another big indie game channel.
Yeah.
We're going to feature Clemmy Gaming, like another big indie game channel. Maybe they feature Indie Credible for a week. But then... They are showing the community of, 1, we're supporting content creators for these smaller games. 2, we're supporting these smaller games by showcasing them on our store.
Yeah.
3, we're showing that we're helping to build the gaming community.
Yeah.
They haven't got to do much work. They find an indie game channel, or maybe even indie game channels apply. So Nintendo didn't have to find
That's a good idea,
They apply. And then they go, oh, you're adding on. You work on a cycle. Once every 6 weeks, your channel's showing off.
You're featured, and then you pick a selection of games to be...
Yes, granted, half our stuff couldn't feature because they couldn't have queeping stuff all over the place on Nintendo.
Yeah.
But it could be a video, like our hot list.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to feature one of your videos from this month.
Yeah.
This week. Well, like, I don't know. Or you create a video for us. You go and create a video. I know Nintendo, they'd have to say that this wasn't made by us. We're just supporting community. CDPR do it so well. They kind of share your stuff. They go, oh, look, here's this content creator. And they let you show it in Discord and all that. But
problem is with that, though, I think, like you said, Nintendo are such more so nowadays, they are more like, the community. But most of the time, and they always have been, it's about family.
Do you think there's something Xbox would do? I think it's something out of all of them, Xbox would do more than any others.
Maybe it's hard because they want to hit all demographics. All of them do, so it's hard to find content creators that are gonna fit their
demographic.
Yeah, their ideals of what they should be. Because obviously we swear far too much.
Weeping them out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't help it sometimes. I don't even notice I do it. So they wouldn't. A lot of companies wouldn't want
us, no.
Even if they are. They do release games that are 18 plus and whatnot. Yeah. It doesn't matter because they still release games that are for everyone.
Yeah.
So they want to hit all their bases. So it's not something they can really do, I don't think.
Yeah.
One company, one developer, fine, they can do it. What games have they made?
Yeah.
All 18 plus games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for them, it's like fine, we can show anyone.
Yeah.
So it's more difficult when you look.
It's
at
interesting, isn't it?
Like that.
But it's something I would like to see. It annoys me just when you see the big three, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, saying we support the smaller developers.
Like
They don't.
Bullshit, yeah.
They support it when it's going to line their pockets, like Cuphead. Cuphead
Yes, Cuphead's a good
instantly
example, yeah.
is going to line someone's pockets.
Yeah.
It has a very iconic looking art style and animation. The game played pretty damn well, minus the platforming levels.
Yeah.
Microsoft grabbing that and going like, we're going to give this time because this is it's going to line their pockets.
Well, Cuphead is synonymous with Microsoft now.
Grabbing something like Rain Swept and throwing Rain Swept up on the thingy. It's not people are going to go,
They'll be like, what's this?
They'll be like, it just looks like another 2D side-scrolling game.
Yes, I don't care.
No. But
it's not like some... See, feel back, because Rain Swept's great. I won't play the demo, but I really want to play that game. You could consider the way it looks, and people do go by the way games look, to be quite generic.
Yeah.
It's pixel art.
It's pixel art. That's what it is.
Whereas Cuphead's... No other game looks like Cuphead's.
No.
And any game looks good now, everything off Cuphead.
But it's funny how they do say, we support indies. Literally 90 seconds to fit 10 indies in a 2-hour conference.
You get like 2 frames per indie game.
Yeah.
And you're like, huh? What? Huh? You're like trying to see what they are.
Yeah. I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
Guys, I would love to know what you think about the marketing in indie games. Do you think it's going to end up getting a big divide and split?
Yeah.
How do you think indie games could be shown off better on the big platforms? Obviously, we've missed out Steam and Epic. They are 2 big storefronts. I know that for PC. Steam do an okay job of getting indie games out there. Probably the best out of anyone.
I've never looked on GOG before. I don't know, is that pretty good?
GOG's okay, but GOG has certain developers that work exclusive with GOG.
Oh, okay. Never used it.
But yeah, GOG's. I mean, I use it because of Gwent.
Of course, yeah.
It's the only place you can play Gwent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for checking the podcast out. If you liked it, if you're listening in, then leave us a review. If you're listening on iTunes, if you're listening anywhere else, then guys, if you can't support us financially, you can support us so many other ways. Sharing it, talking to your friends about it. Go, do you know what? I heard these 2 absolute queeps talking about indie games the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought of it. Maybe give it a listen yourself. And maybe your friend might go, that was awful. But at least they tried.
And I appreciate you trying to listen to me.
That is it.
Because that's more than most people do.
That is it. And if you watched us, then obviously like the video. If you like the guys, throw comments in below throw comments in the comments below. And if you really like what we do, guys, you really like the podcast, you really like our content, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/IndieCredible. The link is in the description. The names you saw scrolling across at the beginning and scrolling across around about now are our patrons at the $5 tier. Some of our biggest supporters, or $5 or more tier, biggest supporters. But $1, just $1 a month gets you exclusive pre and post show content, gets you access to our Discord server. We jump on and play games when we can. We chat away in Discord about all sorts. It pretty much gets you everything. I think $1 gets you everything. The rest kind of gives you a little bit more. That's all. But that's it, guys. That is it.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by. It's been
Appreciate
an
it.
absolute pleasure. Patrons, stick around because we have the post show to talk about.
Of course.
But until next time, you guys stay indie credible.
See ya.
What was that?
I was laughing at you there.
Okay. Patrons!
Big boys!
Big boys!
The big boys.
Before I got on to think about folly,
Okay.
while I remember this,
Yeah.
do you know what I've been playing this week?
We've been playing.
Lego Forza.
Hell yeah. Okay, is it good?
Fucking amazing.
Now tell me, do the Lego cars have the accuracy of feeling like real cars, or do they feel like Lego cars?
You can literally build them how you want.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah.
I jumped in thinking, it'll be a bunch of Lego races.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
It's a whole new map that's literally Lego. Like Lego roads.
Fantastic.
Everything is Lego.
Yeah.
And you smash it, blocks fucking everywhere, mate.
It makes like plasticky teeth.
You have
noise.
to smash it.
Why?
Because you need to find blocks to build your house.
You're building a house?
You can build a full house. Yeah, given a whole like green
Yeah.
Lego base.
Like a flat Lego
Yep,
bit.
and you have to build a house, a garage, all that jazz.
Fantastic.
You get cars. So at the moment there are only 4 cars you can drive, Lego cars you can drive.
Okay.
All feel like their real world counterparts could.
Are they replicas of real?
You
real
can tune them
cars?
out, and you can add, by tuning them, you add different bits of Lego to them. But you get block, and when you build your house, I'm not kidding, you're genuinely building a Lego house. You get like the 2-piece block, and you place that down, and then place this down. And you build it, your furniture, everything how you want in your house.
Man, I love Lego.
It's bonkers. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I was playing this. I was like, this is like a whole game. This is like a Lego racing game.
How much was it?
$14.50.
Worth it?
Every penny. I've played like 5 hours of it so far, and I want to keep playing more. It's so fun. But Folly, my man, shared the best news ever today.
Okay.
BT Sport have knocked it out of the park, mate. Fuck football.
Okay. What?
Fuck the rugby.
Wow, fuck the rugby.
Yeah. WWE, Bobby. WWE has got a new home, and it is on BT Sport.
So you get BT Sport.
I've got it.
You've got it?
I've got it. I've got
your BT, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got BT Sport, mate.
Wow.
Oh,
so
yeah, Folly.
You've got access to every WWE match.
Apart from, obviously, pay-per-view. You have to pay for that shit.
Is all of it pay-per-view?
No.
So what's pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view, like once every 2 months, they do like big pay-per-view events. Like
Right.
WrestleMania's pay-per-view, it's like £20 for the event. SummerSlam. They got loads of ones.
When is WrestleMania?
WrestleMania's in summer.
Okay.
Very soon. End of June or end of July?
Should the three of us get together for WrestleMania?
Fucking love WrestleMania. The thing is, I'm not in it at the moment. I don't know the story.
Yeah,
so
it's a good point. Yeah. So maybe we. I don't
At
know.
uni, mate, I got so back into it at uni.
Yeah.
We used to watch Monday Night Raw like all the time. It's so fucking good. Because it's just like watching Coronation Street or EastEnders.
Oh, easily.
But with steroid up beasts who just don't give a shit.
It's soap opera.
It is
Easily, yeah.
but it's done really well, and they fight.
Exactly, yeah. I having growing up, never watched wrestling. In my adult life, I've watched a the odd match here and there.
And you enjoyed it?
It's pretty fun, yeah. Because it's just silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're like having an argument, and it's like, all right, talking time's over. Let's have a brawl.
And Folly commented earlier, absolute respect to Folly, saying like, so let's talk about Scotty Too Hotty. Do you remember Scotty Too Hotty?
No.
He was the guy that done the worm. Remember the worm? Come a thing?
Oh, you talking about this? Yeah.
Yeah, he done the whole worm thing.
Yeah.
It's like the whole move like this.
Yeah.
Like he done a worm, done a little dance with an elbow drop them. Basically an elbow drop, but it's all about the build up.
Of course, yeah. Makes it his own.
And he spoke about someone else, and I can't remember who he spoke about now. That's bad. But he watched it. It appears Folly watched it the prime time I used to watch it.
Wow.
And I used to be so into that shit. Like I would stay up all night and watch it. It was so good.
I wish I was in.
Shawn Michaels was one of my big heroes, and then
Someone died this week.
in wrestling.
Yeah.
Really?
An old wrestler, because I saw The Rock post about it on his Instagram. It's someone he fought back in the day, and he played a bit of his fight because he counters rock bottom. This guy, and it's like apparently particularly good. But yeah, I think he died this week. Older fella.
She played to British. Oh, Lionheart.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that old?
No.
Because the match was definitely early 2000s, late 90s. By the looks of it.
Yeah. British professional. Okay. Yeah, I do know. I know of it. I've seen a couple of his fights. But
Is he alright?
yeah, I mean the big one was when Heartbreak Kid. No, not that was Shawn Michaels. Brett Michaels.
It's his brother.
That was Shawn. Was it Brett? I'm sure it's Brett Michaels. Oh fuck! How have I forgot this guy's name? Brett Michaels.
It's dead air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. I can't remember his name. Shit.
Well, I can't help you, so.
Folly, I'm so sorry, man. Who's the guy? He came in an entrance, he fell, hit his head on a turnbuckle and died. Like, live in...
What?
Yeah, it was huge news. It was when I was really into it. It was Shawn Michaels' brother.
He
It
died
was Brett Michaels.
in a match.
No, it was
From
the start of the
falling
match.
over.
Start of the match. You know turnbuckles, the corners.
Yeah.
Something like that anyway. But
Well,
it
he
was...
fell off it or onto
He
it?
fell, the story I heard
Yeah.
was he came in on a zip wire and the cable went and it snapped and he hit his head on a turnbuckle.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's dark, isn't it?
But I mean, like, so Shawn Michaels was one of my heroes, but I got more into it when it was like The Rock was just getting into it.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is an absolute hero. You know Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Stone Cold is just like, all the others like absolutely ripped beasts of the guys, and Stone Cold come out with a bit of belly drinking beer. Just being like, Stunner! Stunner! You'll be like, oh, oh,
think the last one was at a boot for us or somewhere in a Stone Cold shirt.
I saw the 316.
Yeah.
Because I listened to the podcast Folly was on.
Yeah.
And it was so good because they were like, on the podcast, said to him, what's your prediction for something to happen at E3 that's never going to happen? And I think he said it was on the E3 stage. Like, it goes completely quiet. And Stone Cold's intro used to be smashing glass.
Right.
It's like, tsh, dun, 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 and they just come marching out drinking beer. And he's like, it's going to get completely silent on the Xbox thing. And it's just going to go, tsh, and he's just come marching out just to present WWE 2020. And I was like, oh my God, the hype. The thing is, Americans are so into it.
Yeah, of course.
They would be like, oh my
amazing.
God.
Yeah.
If they staged like a Rock versus Stone Cold fight again.
Could you imagine that at E3?
People would lose their
Can you
shit.
imagine a ring coming out of the stage?
People would lose that shit. And I know Folly's a big fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, going to BT Sport, I'm definitely get back into it, Folly. And I'm gonna have a Patreon show where we're gonna talk about wrestling. We're literally gonna round up wrestling.
Man, if I had BT Sport, I'd love to be the fresh voice on that podcast. The guy who's never been into wrestling, watching it for the first time.
Sarah's gonna be like, "Why are you watching this for?" Fuck off. You watch Emmerdale. Fuck off.
It's just fun, isn't it?
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's something really fun.
Folly, here's a question for you, mate. What is your favourite match of all time? Every wrestler has one.
Yeah.
Favourite match of all time. Mine was, I think Folly's similar age to me, so he should remember it. Mine was Kane v Mankind. Sorry, Kane v it was Mankind. Hell in a Cell. Kane v Mankind. Hell in a Cell. Yeah, it was when he chokeslammed him onto the barbed wire, and it was like Mankind got up with just literally barbed wire sticking out his back and his character.
Fantastic.
I mean, his whole character was a bit of a loony. Yeah. He had the Mr. Sock.
Mankind is, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What a finisher!
Incredible.
And Rikishi, do you remember his finisher?
No.
He's like, they'd be on the floor like this, and he used to just shake his bum in their face. And they get up and be like, it's so good. So stupid.
I love their acting when it's like,
Yeah.
pretending that Saints like really dazed them.
Yeah, but I mean, I was obsessed with The Rock. He was such a charismatic wrestler. Like,
Did you watch a few years ago, WrestleMania Rock versus
John Cena?
John Cena.
Yes.
Did you watch that? I
It's a
watched
good
that.
fight.
It was a good fight. I've seen that.
Good fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And The Rock won.
Of course he won.
Of course he won. He had to.
People's
didn't
champion or something like
he?
that.
Although apparently John Cena's coming back soon.
Really?
Apparently he's coming back for a surprise.
WrestleMania maybe?
Well, because I remember watching. We were kind of just watching wrestling at uni.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard from The Rock for ages. And then out of nowhere, his music started playing on Raw, and I was like, Golby was like you.
Yeah.
I only watched it because we were watching it, and he was like, "Oh, it's quite cool," and I was like, and he come on stage, I was like, what the fuck? And then he comes on, John Cena's there, and he starts, they're doing the whole,
Yeah.
just
shit
bring
each
it.
other, yeah.
Like, I'm just like, oh my god. And then they're like, stop that. And then there's whole bitch talking and all that. And then it goes WrestleMania. I'm like, goals, we're buying WrestleMania, man. I don't give a fuck. But because I remember you could bet on who was going to win, and
Right.
Golby was like, it can't be fake. It can't be fake. It must be real because you can't bet if it's fake. There's a whole documentary on YouTube about how it's decided.
Yeah, how is it decided?
It's very interesting. So smaller matches are pre-decided, but then professionals like John Cena and The Rock, it's not decided.
Wow.
It's scripted in terms of they will have certain set pieces that they're like. There will be a time.
This bit has to happen,
there will be a time in the fight when you must do this
Make
because
your
it will
way
look
to this so you
awesome,
can do
and
that,
this will do this, and cameras set up over there, so do this and do that. But it will be a case of the fighters will read the situation and they're trusted to read how the crowd are going, how the fight's going, and how it's going to be the biggest impactful ending.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is written in the story.
Yeah.
But apparently, for the big events, it's not written. It is a case of.
That's very cool.
But fighters have to earn that. Apparently, that's the ultimate respect. Is when you're told you're in a fight that you can decide how it goes.
Yeah.
Because you're very much siding on the.
That's very cool.
Chris Jericho. Do you remember Chris Jericho?
I know the name.
Walls of Jericho. He used to do a move where he had their legs like this, and they were like bent underneath him. And as a kid, you're like, "He's gonna break their back! He's gonna break their back!" And you do it now, and he's like, "It doesn't even hurt." We're just lying there like, "Oh, this is fine. This is fine." One move though, and I hopefully agrees with me. The pedigree. That was a disgusting move. That had to hurt at some point.
What's that?
Head between the legs,
Right.
arms behind the back, jump, so then your knees go down like that and the head goes down in between your legs. But our arms are up in the air.
I know what you mean.
But what they used to do, the side the camera wasn't on, let go of the arm so the person could get it down. But I'm sure there was a couple of times when the hand was like up back here, and it was just on the. That had to hurt.
That's part of it, though, isn't it? You got to be ready to hurt yourself when you're a wrestler.
Well, they cut themselves, don't they? That's how they get blood a lot of the time.
Yeah.
They cut themselves with a razor blade or some of that, and
they look.
That's what Undertaker used to do. Just smear blood over his face.
Undertaker's a classic.
He is a classic. Yeah. Tombstone was another good one.
That's the one I do know as well. Yeah.
I might play WWE 2020.
Yeah.
I've not played a wrestling game for long enough.
Last time I played one was, I want to say early 360 when that was just sort of came out. Again,
another question for Folly. So hopefully you're going to message me, Folly, your favourite wrestling match. I want to know your favourite wrestling game.
Is it SmackDown versus Raw?
Mine has to be WWE No Mercy N64, mate. That shit was real.
Is that the stuff?
Had a stamina bar that you had to grind down. I remember when you're grappling, you had to like create circles and that. It was like, it's so real. It feels like I'm the wrestler.
So the PS2 ones are really good. I played quite a few of those at my mate's house.
Yeah. PS2 were good.
Usually got really into those.
That's PS2
and
when
I
it
usually played as the Undertaker.
Brought commentary in. And it was like the commentary was so bad. He just kept saying the same
FIFA,
things.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like...
He's going to turn it here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that quote. Oh my God. JR. I can talk about wrestling. I can't wait. I want to see if Sarah wants to watch it.
She won't.
She could get into it.
I know. Like I've lived this.
It's a compelling story.
You could give her that maybe. Say it's a compelling story. Thing is, you have to watch it week to week as well.
Yeah.
You can't miss stuff.
Sarah, WWE night. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw.
How excited you are.
I'm so hyped.
Like a little boy again.
I'm so hyped. When Folly shared that on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, Folly, you've literally given me the biggest hard on right now. Monday Night Raw. Folly, maybe we should watch together. Stream it together. Watch it.
You probably should, yeah. You'd have to do that, wouldn't you?
Fuck knows, I don't care. I'll take copyright strike for that.
Fair enough.
2, because then you're only allowed like 3.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Okay.
I'm joking. You always carry on the Matrix hype, didn't you? But
yeah, but I want to wait till you watch the other 2 now.
Yeah, dude.
I can't think there's anything else I want to talk about.
Have you ever seen Dark? Did you watch the TV series Dark on Netflix?
No.
Oh, mate.
What's that?
Dark.
What is it?
It's dark.
What is it?
It's dark.
Yeah, what is it?
Dark's amazing. Season 2 is literally launched today. Right. And I'm so hyped to watch season 2. You would love it. I genuinely think you would really like it. Have you got Netflix?
Yeah, but what is it?
So, it is, I will say it's dubbed. You can put it on subtitled. It's
anime then?
No, it's German. It's a German, series.
Okay,
yeah. It's based on this small little town.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit like Stranger Things, but it's older people. And
I know what you mean.
It's this little town when there's like a cave. There's this weird cave.
Yeah, I've seen the.
And if you climb through the cave,
couple years old.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah. 2
years old maybe. It has like the cave thing has like a 33-year time loop. So you either go back 33 years or forward 33 years.
Yeah.
And then there's this like it's only teased in season 1, but there's this like power plant.
Yeah.
And that has something to do with it.
See, I wanted to watch it, but M said no because it's German.
Just, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The dub's pretty damn good in it.
Yeah.
Like I was fine with it. I only had it on dub so I could do stuff while I was watching it.
Yeah.
I normally watch stuff with subtitles.
Is it dubbed American or English? I have interest.
I think it's English.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's English. But the way season 2 finished was like, oh, this could go many different ways.
Yeah.
Sorry, why season 1 finished. Now season 2's here. Yeah. And they didn't even say it's coming. They were like, oh, it's out now. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, honestly,
I remember.
I think Dark is my.
After season 2 of Stranger Things finished, I was like, I kind of want to watch this. It looks pretty good.
I preferred Dark so much over Stranger Things season 2.
Well, this is more of a darker show, isn't it?
Stranger Things season 2 I thought was mediocre.
I thought it was pretty good.
I
find it enjoyable.
I got super salty because fucking episode 7, the biggest load of shite I've ever seen on TV.
That was pretty boring.
So bad.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Let's just take you out of the story.
Yeah.
That was like the ultimate definition of padding.
Especially when it's a show that you binge.
And it's a show that literally finished on a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And went, oh, this is.
So are you looking forward to season 3 though? It's
not really now. Not after that.
It's a week and a bit away.
Not after that.
No, I think season 3 looks quite.
I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I did feel I wasn't blown away by season 2. I thought season 2 was absolutely.
Season 1's easily
Okay.
better, but like definitely. But I thought season 2 was.
I felt like season
enjoyable
2
enough.
became too much. Stranger Things became too much of its own entity. That it was like, oh,
I
we can
understand
be
that, yeah.
ambiguous. We can go, yeah, we're not going to tell you loads this season, and
I guess
we're going to get people back because we've come so big.
Yeah, when season 1 came out, it was like, is this show even going to do well?
Yeah.
And then obviously it became a huge hit. So season 2, it's like they made that knowing they were already a hit. So it sort of does affect the show when that happens. Yeah, definitely.
Whereas Dark doesn't feel like that because Dark, I don't think Dark season 2 will because it's very much one that went under the radar.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law had never heard of it, and I told him to watch it a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "This is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen."
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but I know that poster.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
yellow
that.
coat and all that.
Yeah, and the cave, and it's like a symmetrical image.
It's actually Georgie in the coat, and it's. You don't get the joke, do you?
No,
The
I didn't know if you were making a joke or if you were being
Yeah, the
serious.
reference? It's Georgie.
Yeah.
And Pennywise lives in the cave.
Ah, I see. So it's just a big Stephen King thing.
That's it, man.
I didn't know there was a sequel to The Shining, by the way.
It's coming out soon.
I had no idea there was a sequel at all.
Neither did I.
The
I saw it the other day on IGN. I
what's
was
it
like,
called? Doctor something.
Dr. Zeus's Crazy Magical Circus.
That's the one.
That's the one,
Yeah. By Stephen King.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Ewan McGregor, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's playing the kid. I forgot the kid's name
Yeah.
from The Shining. Very weird. I had no idea that was a thing.
I didn't know it's a thing either.
Yeah.
But Shining, have you seen The Shining recently?
Not a long time actually.
Not that scary anymore.
I don't know if it is scary. It's,
Messed up.
Yeah, it's just more sort of like, fuck is going on in this film? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, fucking, it's hurting my feelings.
I find him such a stressful actor.
What?
Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson, yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Nicholas is the
Nicholas.
golfer. Jack Nicholson is the golfer. I find Jack Nicholson
Son, yeah.
a stressful actor.
He's creepy.
Yeah, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Fucking messed up.
I haven't seen that film.
It's very good.
Yeah. I will say that in The Shining, he's very good. I hate the woman playing his wife.
Yeah.
She frustrates me to no end. She does the whole,
Yeah.
like, just run away. It's too much, like, standing in front of, like...
Oh my god, do you know I did watch this
There's
week?
too much of that.
And I loved it.
What's that?
I forgot how bad / good it was. Scream.
I honestly didn't scream in a
It
fucking
was on
long
TV
time.
randomly, and I was like, oh, I watched it.
Still good?
Missed like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I've seen it enough
Yeah.
to jump in. And I was like, this film is so fucking bad.
I've not seen that in, like, 10
But
years.
it's so good for being bad.
Yeah.
How as a kid was I scared of this film?
I don't know. It's easy when you're a kid, isn't it? to
Well,
be
it's a
scared.
masked person with a knife
Yeah,
in the way, isn't
yeah.
it? But
I was wary of watching a scary movie when I was a kid. So I was like...
well, it's scary. Have you ever seen Usual Suspects?
No.
You've had the ending ruined for you.
No.
You have.
No.
You have.
No, I haven't.
Well, you have now.
Oh, because I watched a scary movie.
Yeah, it's literally the end of the scary movie. I was like, it's kind of a pretty massive spoiler alert to one of the biggest twists in any movie.
That's the thing, though. There's so many films, like from the 90s especially, that had big twists that got spoiled for me just because it's like, it's funny to spoil films in other films.
Yeah, or Family Guy memes or things like that. Like
Sixth Sense got spoiled for me before I even knew what Sixth Sense was.
Really?
I never heard of the film Sixth Sense,
so,
but I knew the phrase Bruce Willis is dead or Bruce Willis is a ghost the whole time. I knew that phrase before I even heard of the film Sixth Sense.
that is one of the twists that genuinely blew my mind.
See,
I was watching it on a plane out to America when I was about 16,
and
17.
you're like,
I was sat there and I was like, this is a cool film, and it was a bit creepy at times. That
Yeah.
it was like a night flight thing and that, and then the end come and I was like,
you see,
what?
I watched it. I finally watched it after years of already knowing how it ended, and watching it when you know the end is fucking shit. Because it's just like, yeah, he's obviously dead.
Is it obvious he's dead?
It's fucking obvious. No one ever talks to him throughout the entire film except for that boy. Like, he's at dinner with his wife, and she didn't even look at him. And I'm thinking, yeah, he's obviously dead. It's like, he just felt
It's
so
weird.
obvious. I was just like, it's like, yeah, come on. How do people not realise this? But obviously, I'm sure if I didn't know the twist, I'd be like, fucking hell. But yeah, she doesn't even talk to him. Like, they're having dinner, she doesn't say a word to him.
Do you know what, randomly, we were watching, when I was watching Scream,
Yeah.
I said, Sarah, what is your, what films, like, she doesn't really like horror films, so what's
Yeah.
one of the scariest films? Do you know what she come up with?
Go on.
The film that gave her the most nightmares as a kid.
Yeah.
Tremors.
Tremors. Wow. All right.
I was like,
I mean, it's a monster, so I get why you might be scared of it as a kid, but it's not a fucking scary film, is it?
No.
Jesus.
Like,
to be fair, Men in Black gave me nightmares when I first
as
saw
a
it.
kid, though, I suppose, you got these weird creatures coming out from underground and all that.
It doesn't take much as a kid. Because I was Men in Black when I was probably about, I'm going to say 7 or something. That gave me
Have you heard about the new Man? Have you seen how bad it's been reviewed?
I've not even cared enough to look at reviews. That film doesn't look good. I was okay with it until I saw the first proper trailer, and it had the little cute alien, and it's voiced by that guy. He's an Indian American guy. He's like got such a recognisable voice.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's immediately going to take me out of it, because whenever he's in anything, I don't think of a character he's playing. I think of him because his voice is so iconic. He's in Mass Effect Andromeda, and I was like, why is he in this? I was like, can you just fuck off, please?
Have you seen the trailer for Yesterday?
No.
There's a film coming out called Yesterday. It looks super cool.
What is it?
So it's by the guy who developed Slumdog Millionaire,
Right.
and it's set in a world where this guy wakes up in this world where this alternative reality, where no one's heard of the Beatles, no one knows who the Beatles are,
right?
And then he's basically starts the trailer where it seems he starts singing this song, and people are like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, it's Hey Jude," and they're like, "What?" So he goes to Google and he types in like the Beatles, and it just comes up with pictures of Beatles, and he's like, so then he releases these songs as if he's wrote them, and he's like, and then he's like, there's a scene with Ed Sheeran, and Ed Sheeran's like, maybe I've got it, call it Hey Dude, and he's like, no, I don't think that works, and it just looks like a kind of feel good, funny film.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah.
Where he's like singing all this. And I found, and people are like, "Oh my god, how did you become the best songwriter in the world?" and all that. And just like, it's brilliant. Like it looks very clever.
Yeah.
That literally set in this world where no one's heard of the biggest
When's
band.
that out?
I don't know if it will even be out now. Like, it looks super fun.
What's it called?
Yesterday, 2019 film. It is. Oh, IMDb it's out at 7. Rotten Tomatoes 68. Like,
still though, sometimes I don't.
Rotten Tomatoes is harsh as well.
Yeah, I don't really always.
That's Jack Malik is the guy in it. Jack Malik is a struggling songwriter in an English seaside town whose dreams of fame are rapidly fading, despite the fierce devotion and support of his childhood best friend Ellie. After a freak bus accident during a mysterious global blackout, Jack wakes up to discover that the Beatles have never existed. Performing songs by the greatest band in history to a world that has never heard of them, Jack becomes an overnight success with little help from his agent.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Boyle's a fantastic director, so.
Oh, it's Danny Boyle, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm sure it should be great. I mean, that's out.
James Corden's in it.
June. 28th of June. That's out. So not long.
Yeah.
That's what. 7 days from now, a week away.
Should we go watch it?
Yeah, go for that.
I'll be well up for it. Just one. I guarantee there'll be laughs in it.
Yeah, just tell me. We both got limited cars, haven't we? So.
Yes.
So it'd be nothing for us.
These guys have had so much content.
Too much, actually.
Too much.
I say we cut this in half, and we make them pay extra for the second half.
We're going down the 40A route.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Insert coin. I'd cut it and I'd pay insert coin. With a little link to pay another $1.
PayPal account, yeah.
To get the rest. Insert coin.
You guys are all right with that, yeah? I said they're all right with it. I can hear them, so it's okay.
You can hear them.
Yeah.
Patron whisper.
Yeah, I am.
That's it.
I'm not going to tell him that. It's very, very mean.
Such a dick.
Don't worry about that.
That's it, guys. Boom. Trev, I'll see you later. Because although you'll get this after I've said that.
What? What's up?
Trev? Been playing some Destiny later.
Ah, that's right. Of course, right, yeah.
Yeah, Friday night's Destiny night. Love it. Loving it. We're loving it like this.
Yeah.
DJ Rock and MC Nick. Yeah, that's it.
And that's where you cut it off.